Nice to see cozy group for workshop. The purpose of workshop and seminar is to give you inspiration and guidance. There is no comparison, no doing, not accomplishing anything, just being yourself. There is not somebody is more superior or inferior, somebody knows more or less. This is the main idea. Be ourselves, feel unity. That is the purpose of satsang. It is explained so many ways. I'm simplifying just so everyone can understand at all the levels. We communicate with speech. Speech is a lower form of communication. Highest kind of communication through vibration, and highest vibration is Om vibration. So I want to explain something that is in the books, but I bring it in proper perspective. What is all pervasive of all the elements? All pervasive is space. Space is everywhere. There are no boundaries. After space comes air, which is less pervasive. After that comes fire. After that comes water element, and then earth element. So earth is the grossest, subtler is water, fire, air, space. And beyond that is Brahman or universal consciousness. So in Sankhya philosophy, they describe entire universe is made up of 5 basic elements: earth, water, fire, air, space. Earth is not solid earth, it is a microcosmic level, invisible level, subatomic level. Earth represents solid existence. I just want to explain, space is all pervasive. What is carried in the space? Sound. Okay? Sound we hear in the ears, that is sense organ, and we talk with the mouth. So sound, ears, and mouth. Next element is air. Air is feeling. Feeling is felt in the skin, and we get the feeling with different organs. So I just show you that way if you ever want to refer in this book. So skin and with hands. So we feel with hands. Then third is fire. Fire means light. So we see because of light. And seeing gives us motion. So motor organ is feet. Then water element is taste. Taste is tongue, and urination or procreation is the motor organ. Then comes earth. Earth carries smell. Smell is by the nose and excretion. So we have 5 sense organs: seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling. So touching is more pervasive, and more pervasive than that is the sound. So Om is the sound vibration they described in scriptures. And I put in the newest book that NASA scientists recorded the sound of the sun. And that is at such high frequency, and human ears can hear only 20 to 20,000 megahertz or something like that. So they compacted it, and they admit the sound is the same that all the ancient masters said in the scripture, that is Om sound. Okay, that is Om sound. So for communication, if you want to communicate, what is the best way to communicate? Sound. Space. Space has no barrier, I and you, big or small. Okay, that is why we will do Om chanting. Om chanting is explained in yellow book, but I will just give you. Om is the sound of total being. Om is a sound that has no beginning or no end. And that is supreme consciousness like. It has no beginning or no end. If you can understand space, this is beyond space. So space has no beginning, no end, no barriers. Right? How do we provide barrier in the space? By building something, pot, house, mansion, all making the barrier. Same way, in consciousness, which is supreme consciousness or Brahman, I and you, we create barrier. Human being, male, female, animal, insect. These are the barriers. But consciousness has no barrier. Consciousness is unique. For this consciousness, there is no saint or sinner. Okay? The way we feel all differentiation, because we have covered up that consciousness with I am the body. I am the mind. I have the beliefs. I belong to this, I belong to that. Also, we identify with our possessions and our loved ones. So, cosmic consciousness gets boundaries by identity of intellect and gets burdened because of attachment. Okay? So we want to do Om chanting, and I will explain Om chanting. That would remove all the barriers. Taking a deep breath, allowing the sound to come from the inner depth and go up through the throat and end with the lips together. When you do Om chant, starting with the breath, ending with lips closed, then everyone starts and ends at different time. So Om chant unites everyone. So you forget your boundaries and you feel oneness with everyone. Greatest means of communication.